Cool, awesome. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Rob, please.
Thanks, Chair. My questions are on page 45. The 1195 new dwellings for the 10 months, does that mean that we will well and truly reach our National Housing Accord target of 1,200?
It does.
It does, okay. Good. Do we get a brownie point from the government for that? Or we'll let them know
Not
anyway?
an official one, but I'll give you a brownie point.
There was another target of 1,300 in the early SHA thing, so that's really what we're aiming for, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. And the population estimate, I've probably asked this before, where does that come from?
That is a population estimate from Stats New Zealand.
Stats New Zealand, but we haven't as yet got the actual figure from the census yet.
No, we have not, and there has been a delay in the release of that data as well.
So do we know when that's likely to come through?
Do we know? No.
Rob,
Be ready for the next one.
Every year, sometime after the 1st of July, they do what's called the subnational population estimates to 30th of June, and this is just another one. We'll keep having them until we get the proper figure.
Okay, and my last question is around GDP, which is up, according to my calculation, by about 4.5% for the year. I'm just querying the stats that we had at the finance meeting on Tuesday, where we were told that Infometrics had estimated GDP would go up by 2.8%, and that our actual report showed that it was only 2.4%. And the only reason I'm querying this is that there's a major difference between 2.4, which is our other estimate, and the 4.48, which is the estimate in here. Leaving aside different dates, but I presume that wouldn't have accounted for that significant difference. Does anyone know why it's so different?
I don't. Are you? We'll look into both of those and make sure that that we get an answer.
Because that was one of the targets that we didn't achieve on Tuesday, but it looks as if we've well and truly achieved it in terms of this stat here.
We'll review the difference in those numbers and come back to you.
Will you come back with an email or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Rob.
Mr Chair, just in response to Councillor Casson's question earlier, our building manager has been in contact with both Christchurch and Auckland in the last few weeks in the conversation regarding using surplus inspectors, but they're all booked up into the new year. Thank you.
Thanks. Mark, please.
Thank you. Jen, I was particularly interested in page 47, the growth of residential dwellings. You with me there? 47 of our agenda there. Yeah. And that big green strip up the middle shows me that that's where pretty much the infill is going. Is that right? We're talking about the map, the city map.
So the map indicates where all of the current property under construction is. So it would be very difficult for me to pick an area where it is infill, but obviously those are established suburbs, so it's more likely to be.
Yeah, no, I was guessing that. But what interested me was the Hamilton Lake one. That's is pretty much as big as Rotokauri and Buntington and all those sort of places. Is that would be where is that going on? Is it apartments around by the hospital, or what is that?
I can get some more detail about that area if you like and send it to you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah. Do you monitor whereabouts infill is going? I'm just thinking for traffic networks of the future. Do you watch this for patterns as to where the most condensed housing is going to be over the next few years, and can we get hold of that data?
I don't know the answer to that specifically in terms of do we map that or do we track where it's going. I'll come back to you on that one as well.
Thanks. Yeah, that would be really useful.
Interesting question.
Yep. So we do, when we're considering our infrastructure requirements, consider the growing city and where there's investment, what it looks like. We have some areas already zoned for high density within the district plan. We reflect that in our traffic modelling, and as well as our water models as well, because they both extract value out of our systems in terms of use capacity. So, so we just have the question is how can we best geographically show that to you guys? We can work that through.
Yeah, so we can make the right decisions
in the second half of the new year.
Great, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Now we're moving on to the next item because the Deputy Mayor has forgotten my rule that you're only getting one shot.
The cameras are going, so I can't give you any expression of my views.
Thank you. Healthy Rivers update, also Jen, that's on the bottom of page 35.
So I don't really have an update further than the points made there. Are there any questions on that one?
Yep. Questions on that? If not, we will move on to the Regional Community Facilities Funding Framework.
And same for that. The letter has been sent. We haven't had a response to it.
Any questions on that? Councillor Gallagher.
Do we intend to hector them?
And you can't ask one about the previous topic, only this one.
No. Do we intend? I mean, we'll await a response presumably. If I said I think this is a bit of a critical issue with this regional council.
We can follow up on that one.
So
I'm
we'll
sure,
keep...
well,
we'll keep
would it be in your intention to send the chair of GNI to do some friendly diplomacy with them?
not a bit.
I was going to say that'd be a question for the chair of GNI.
Depends how friendly you want us to be. Okay, have we got the others? Not on that. Councillors, I think we will break until 5:02 for, because that's the end of Jen's items. Break until 5:02 for morning tea. Okay? Because we're going so well.